Basically, everything in this extreme example goes into a pot. All the costs come off the top, and everything's shared 50-50. So on each individual sale of a record, in theory, the artist can make a heck of a lot more money than he would under a normal royalty basis. The bad news is all the costs are in there as well, so unless you're real successful, you're probably not going to see much. Mm-hmm. So to offset that, they're putting us more or less on a yearly salary that goes against all these sources of income. And, to tell you the truth, I got to tell I'm not so opposed to that in every situation. I mean, if an artist wants to say, look, I want to get rid of the risk in my business. I don't want to have to worry, am I going to, be a struggling artist? Am I going to be able to find enough gigs to pay for my family? I'll give you half of my whole career. You help, exploit it and put me on a yearly significant, not, $20,000 a year, but, give me a lot of money every year to support me. There's something to be said about that. Maybe we'll be in the business together. That's not such a bad thing for artists who generally are having to struggle and barely can, survive. So it's interesting. On our 50-50 deal, we've had a lot of argument. We had a lot of arguments. We just closed the deal. Actually signed it last week. With what the manager was allowed to take, what the business manager was allowed to take, and the fight was the label saying, "Look, those are things you want. You should pay for them. They serve as you, and they don't serve as us." We argued, no, that's not true. If the manager's out there booking a tour and working the tour like most managers have to do, it's very time consuming. That cost, he has to get paid. He's not going to work for nothing. And that should come off the top, and we should share it 50-50. So we ended up on a compromise basis where some of the costs are shared, other areas, and tell you the truth, it's not totally fair, but it's the best we could pull off. But I do agree, some things like business management, where you just, the guy's overseeing the guy's investments, yeah, that's probably a cost solely of the artist. But if the manager's out there helping to work the career, why shouldn't that come off the top? So it's an area that we're just kind of struggling with and trying to, like I said, this deal was, I think, the second one they've ever done, and I'm sure by the time they do their 10th one, it'll be down pretty, much better than it is now. But we're still kind of feeling our way. So we'll see. I mean, hopefully, if it's successful, we'll go in there and make some adjustments to it.